The NBA offseason has been very busy, and one of the first big moves, and a shocking one, Paul George is not staying in LA and instead is leaving for Philly. On Sunday, it was reported that Paul George was leaving the Clippers. Hours after it was reported, it was announced that the Sixers and George had agreed to a contract. According to reports, George agreed to a max contract 5 years at $212 million. PG-13 now joins a loaded Sixers roster that includes last year's MVP Joel Embiid and the reigning most improved player of the year Tyrese Maxey, who also received a new contract as well. George spent the last 5 years with the Clippers. Before the Clippers, George was with the Thunder and Pacers as well. It was reported that after the Clippers and George met on Sunday, both sides were far apart on a new deal, which is when LA decided to move on from the 9-time All-Star. According to reports, Paul George wanted a 4-year deal, but the Clippers only offered a 3-year deal, which is why both sides could not agree on a new deal. After the Fresno State product left the meeting with the Clippers, he met with the Sixers, which included owner Josh Harris, president of basketball operations Daryl Morey, GM Eldon Brand, and Dr. J. The Sixers had the cap and had many players on expiring contracts, which allowed them to sign both George and Award Maxey with a new extension. After signing George, the Sixers also signed Andre Drummond, Eric Gordon, and re-signed Kelly Oubre. During his time with the Clippers, PG-13 averaged 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 1.5 steals. The 34-year-old is still a very good player, but before last season, George had been struggling with injuries. For 2023, the former 10th overall pick had not played more than 70 games since 2019. However, last season he only missed 5 games and averaged 22 points, 5 boards, 3 dimes, and 1.5 steals per game. During his entire career, George is a 9-time All-Star, 6-time All-NBA selection, 4-time All-NBA defensive selection, and finished runner-up for MVP in 2019. Despite being 34 years old, George is still one of the best wing and two-way players in the league. After losing George, the Clippers very quickly moved on and signed former dunk contest champion and Mavs wing Derrick Jones to a 3-year deal. The Clippers duo of Leonard and George is over after 5 years. The duo was expected to win a title, but that did not happen. Injuries were a problem with the duo, but they still won more games than their former tenant, Lakers, and made the playoffs every season except for 2022, when both missed time with injuries. The Sixers will now be expected to go far next season and finally make the conference finals for the first time since 2001. The Sixers are looking to compete with the surprisingly tough Eastern Conference. The Celtics just won the title, the Knicks, who acquired Mikal Bridges, and the Cavs just re-signed Donovan Mitchell. Let me know what you guys think the Sixers will do this year, and if the addition of Paul George will help the Sixers finally break through in the Eastern Conference.